too many scumbags here on YouTube telling you how you can invest £1,000 and that can turn into £5,000 in a matter of weeks. That's not the kind of stuff that you're going to get from me here at this channel. I'm going to be really real with you. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm excited. It is the Friday before Christmas Day. And I don't know about you, but I'm really excited to put my feet up and enjoy the festive period, come back in the new year fully charged. And it will be the first time this year where I'm going to dial back my workload by about 90% and just have a good time. Some sun awaits us. We fly to Dubai on Monday. But with that being said, I've been getting a question on the channel since January this year, and I haven't really addressed it until now. And now seems like a good time to address it because we're going to be approaching and entering a new year fairly shortly. So this video is going to be about how you can invest £1,000 right now to put you in better stead for 2021. Now, on the topic of investing, if you want to get yourself a free share with Trading 212, there is a link down in my bio. And if you also want to pick up a couple of free shares from Stake, there is also a free link down in my bio. So make sure that you go and pick up a freebie. It is that season after all. Let's get cracking. All right, so you've got £1,000 to invest, and you're likely going to fall within one of these two categories that I'm about to explain right now. You could be someone who's got £1,000, and that's the amount that you've got. So you've saved that money up, but you don't really have any intentions to add to this pot of money in the foreseeable future. So you've got a lump sum, you just want to put that into an investment. The second category might be, well, you've got £1,000 and you fully intend to add to this money on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, whatever it is that you can afford, £50, £100, £200, whatever that might be. And the idea is that you want to benefit from pound cost averaging to effectively snowball your investment and grow your investment over a period of time. Now, it doesn't really matter which one of those two categories you fit into, but with the four ideas I'm going to share with you today, it is worthwhile knowing which of those two categories you fit into, because then you'll be able to narrow down which of these four would actually work really well for you. So, where is the first place that you can put some money right now to put you in the best place possible for 2021? Well, the first thing you can do is invest in yourself. Invest in some knowledge, acquire a skill or something that can allow you to generate additional income. This is particularly important if you fall within category 1, where you've just saved £1,000 lump sum and you don't necessarily have the financial resources to add to this money on a regular basis to help you snowball and grow your investment. You know, one thing that we've definitely learned from COVID this year is the fact that there is no such thing as job security. And more than ever, we really do need to have additional streams of income beyond that of our primary, so our job, our 9 to 5, our career, in order for us to achieve financial stability and financial security. That is certainly a big lesson that I've learned this year, and I know that listening to many people who contact me off the back of this channel here on YouTube and certainly on the podcast, this has also been something that they've realized this year as well. And looking at next year, it's all about making sure that we learn from what we've been through this year and we are in a better position in 2021. That's really what it's all about. This is all about evolution. This is all about development, personal growth, professional growth. This is about making sure that we can shape our futures to what we want it to be. And investing in yourself is the first port of call on how you can actually build and create a future that you control and isn't beholden to a 9 to 5 role or a career that you may or may not be enjoying. And believe me, I do understand the dilemma that you often get into when you look at, golden handcuffs. They're called golden handcuffs for a reason. They're very, very hard to get out from. So invest in yourself, acquire a skill, acquire a knowledge base. For example, if you're interested in things like photography or videography or copywriting or any kind of marketing that is big now on social media, acquire that knowledge. And this really brings us on to the second way that you can invest £1,000 right now. Start a side hustle, develop a side hustle. What are you passionate about? What really gets you out of bed in the morning? For me, beyond the idea of making videos and helping to empower people here on YouTube, my other side hustle, if money was not an object and I, didn't have to pay bills for the rest of my life, I would go into music production. So what is it that you're really, really passionate about? What would you love to be able to do in an ideal world? If today was your last day on the planet, what would you rather do? If they said you had to do something for a living, something that you would enjoy, what would that be? And again, this does relate to the first way that you can invest £1,000, but it doesn't have to be directly correlated. What I mean by that is you might decide to start a side hustle that has nothing to do with your passion. It just may be something that you have a skill set in already, but you're not necessarily passionate about it. The idea behind this is to generate or build a side hustle that could be something that you end up doing full time later on. Just think about it. All of the big businesses in this world all started off as side hustles. Just look at Airbnb. They IPO'd last week. Look at how well they've done. Look at Facebook, a passion product that was built in the dorm of a university. These are all things that we all have. We're all passionate about something. There's all something that we want to do. So try and have a look at whether you can build that into a side hustle, whatever that skill set is. Whether you're a musician and you know how to play the drums or the guitar, what about doing something around that? Lessons, YouTube, for example. YouTube is a great outlet for many people. So invest £1,000 in building a side hustle. Get your first bit of equipment. And I can share my experience here. This time last year, I was only thinking about YouTube. It was literally just an idea. What I had to do is I had to invest money into a YouTube course because I didn't know how YouTube worked in terms of the algorithm, keyword research, so on and so forth. And after taking the course, I then started to have a look at how I could film videos that would look great and sound great. And I hope that you would agree that through this year, the sound quality and the production on the videos have increased. And this is always going to be something that is going to change, but you have to get started somewhere. My first starter kit I gave away at 5,000 here on this channel as I started to upgrade my equipment. But that initial investment for me has paid off massively. We're going to be, crossing 10,000 subs literally in a matter of days now. And I'm thankful for this because this time last year, it was just an idea, but the original investment that I put into it, and it was about £1,000, has paid off and has made this something that I know I can sustain into the new year. So that's the second way that you can invest £1,000. Start a side hustle, something that you're passionate about or something that you have an interest in. The third way you can invest £1,000 right now to put you in good stead for 2021 is to simply buy something like a Vanguard S&P 500 ETF or an index fund, because these things are very easy to access, very cheap to access, and they will give you saturation within one of the biggest markets, or well, actually the biggest market in the world. And you'll hold companies like Tesla, like Apple, like Facebook, the big cap S&P 500 companies, the top 500 companies in the US. Now, you can access these if you're using Trading 212 via the ETFs, because you do have S&P 500 ETFs, or you can go directly to Vanguard, or you can use Hargreaves Lansdown. There's a host of providers that you can use, but this is a really simple way for you to access the stock market at a low price, be able to diversify your risk and get access to as many companies as you want. I often talk about market saturation here on this channel as a way of diversifying and reducing your investment risk. And if you are a first-time investor, this is something that's so important. There are too many scumbags here on YouTube telling you how you can invest £1,000 and that can turn into £5,000 in a matter of weeks. That's not the kind of stuff that you're going to get from me here at this channel. I'm going to be really real with you. I'm going to talk about how you can build wealth in the long term, because guess what? That's how it's been built historically, and that's how it will be built moving forward. Yes, you can day trade. Yes, you can use CFDs and you can do all this kind of stuff, right? But there is huge risk involved in that, and it's not something you can just do overnight. You really have to make sure that you get education. But for those of you who just want to have a hands-off approach but want to get started and know that you want to invest not having taken too much risk, then S&P 500 index fund or an ETF is the perfect way for you to get some exposure into the markets to get you started. And as you start to build confidence, you can be a little bit more hands-on. You can go into trading 212 and start picking stocks, for example. But this is the perfect way for you to begin in 2021. And if I could have one wish, it would be that every single one of you does that next year, because guess what? The impact of this could be huge for your future. And I'm not just talking about 2021, I'm talking 10 years, 15, 20 years time. It's all about investing small on a regular basis and getting into habit of it so you do it consistently for years. That's how wealth is created. So how you can invest £1,000 right now, go and buy an index fund or an S&P 500 ETF right now. So the fourth way you can invest £1,000 right now to be in a better place for 2021 is to go and buy a dividend ETF. I've done a lot of videos about dividends over the last couple of weeks. There's one video right there that you can go and watch. But essentially, investing £1,000 into a dividend-paying company is essentially where you get to take part in the profits and share in the profits of that business as an investor and a shareholder. And there are so many companies out there right now that are paying dividends. AT&T, for example, there's a whole host more. There's BP, there's Walmart, there's Coca-Cola, there's Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, Caterpillar. There are 66 dividend aristocrats, so plenty of companies to search for. And if you literally just go and buy a dividend ETF, you're going to hold maybe 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50, maybe even more companies that pay dividends. So investing £1,000, if you have a dividend yield of 5%, is going to generate some kind of passive income for you. And the great thing about that is it's double whammy. You're going to get a dividend payment, and if the share price of this company increases in value, you're also going to make money because the share price has increased as well. Now, if you are a first-time investor, just trying to get your feet wet, just trying to get your feet under the table, trying to understand how investing works, again, this is the perfect way for you to get into the markets, buy some companies that are long established, that have healthy financials, balance sheets, cash flows, and help you build confidence in how companies work, how investing works, and put your feet up and earn a little bit of passive income on the side as well. So guys, those are 4 ways that you can invest £1,000 right now to put you in a better position for 2021. I hope you're excited about the new year, because I definitely am. And I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you for rocking with me this year. I really do appreciate it. This channel has grown way beyond anything that I could have ever imagined. And the projections for next year are absolutely bonkers. It's mind-blowing to me. I'm projected to be about 75, 80,000 people. Whether that actually happens or not, I don't know. I really don't. But I can promise you this. I'm going to deliver you value. I'm going to help you. I'm going to provide content that you can action. And look, it's going to get better and better next year. And I cannot wait to see the results of how some of this stuff helps you. I get so much feedback already, and it's absolutely amazing. And it fills me with joy and satisfaction that I'm able to share my knowledge and empower you guys. So thank you so much for rocking with me. I really am so thankful. We're going to cross 10,000. I think I need to do something for it. I don't know what I'm going to do just yet. But guys, I appreciate you so much. Whatever you're doing, please have an amazing Christmas and an amazing New Year. You will hear from me anyway in between the festive season, because I'm going to be out in Dubai, but I will be posting maybe 1 or 2 videos whilst I'm out there. But if you do not pay attention to any other video this year, I will see you in the new year. Thank you so much. Have an amazing festive season. Catch you soon.